every time the live stream comes on is make my hair. Why? Because this screen here looks like a mirror. You know, I'm literally like when I do my live stream, I'm literally looking at the mirror for you know. So how can I not make my hair? 안녕하세요. 좋은 아침. Limpeh, Singapore. 남자입니다. 안녕하세요, 여러분들. So today, it's a beautiful and slow Tuesday morning. Just taking it slow and showing you guys the very lovely Abbasağa Park. Okay, there's no English for this. Or Abbasağa Park in English. Abbasağa Parki of just in front of my home, my home somewhere there. Okay, and yeah, this is definitely like a bigger and much better park than the smallish little one I used to have in my previous home in Nishantashi. If you guys have been following my live stream for a while, yeah, like one of my top 5 favorite places in Istanbul used to be a very small park where I did a lot of my live streams in near my place in Nishantashi. That park is nothing compared to this park, which I'm going to show you guys today. Let's walk through the park together today. Again, let's wait a little bit for the regular. For those of you who are on, let me know, say hello. This is the Abbasağa Park of Beşiktaş, Istanbul. Oh, I still look like crap, yeah? I still don't feel 100%. Still recovering from that COVID thing. Still don't feel 100%. And of course, like all parks, people walking their dogs. Earlier on, there were a lot more people walking their dogs. Right now, it's not exactly that early anymore. Right now, it's like 10:30 a.m. Turkish time. So, those people who walk their dog will have walked their dog way earlier. Then they go to work or go to school, you know. See, this park, there's a lot of very old trees. And basketball court. See, when you see a basketball court like this, right, you know this is a real residential neighborhood. Honestly, this is the first basketball court I've ever seen in Istanbul. And people dressing up cutting the trees, maintaining the trees, I'll call it. I don't call it cutting the trees. I have to maintain the trees. Ooh, let's walk around this area. Take a look. Usually there's a lot of kids here playing either soccer, you know, there's a small soccer post or basketball here. And and people walking their dogs. I really like how old this tree is, you know. These trees here are very old in this park. I think this park is probably built around an old enclave of trees which they don't want to cut down. Dog with an injured leg. Healthy, happy somewhere. And a lot of these major parks, this is one major park, yeah? In a lot of these major parks, you see these statues. They put up statues of important people in almost every of these major public parks. Sometimes they put up statues of Genghis Khan. You know, I don't know, but a lot of Turkish people still regard Genghis Khan as part of their ancestry heritage. This is very interesting, and it's actually very official, Genghis Khan. So, you know, like Turkish people actually see Genghis Khan not as a foreigner, but Genghis Khan as a part of their own people or part of their own culture and history. It's interesting, huh? See, honestly, I don't know who these people are, but apparently they're kind of important in Turkey. You know, when you get your statue in a park like this, that means you're freaking important, okay? And every major public park has these statues. But they're all different though, you know, like some parks I go Like all this, oh, you see, this old man has bird shit all over his head. Oh man, he's got the most bird shit on his head. Who is it? Asam Berich. I mean, they should really clean it up, man. He looks so pathetic. And this guy is laughing at him. This guy has no bullshit on his face. He's laughing at this guy with all the bullshit on his face. This is so funny. That he's laughing. Ah, you old man getting all the shit. And the old man say, this is so funny. I don't mind. I'm getting all the shit. I mean bird shit. You guys can see, right? Literally bird shit on his face. And boom, it's a nice little plaza where people can do performances here in this park. And good morning, Andrea. I haven't seen you in quite a bit. What an imagination. Welcome back. Welcome to my new neighborhood. I moved house from Nişantaşı to the Beşiktaş area of Istanbul, and this is right now my new neighborhood park. You know, before my neighborhood park used to be this very small area, and full of life definitely. But now my neighborhood park is this very major park out here with basketball courts, facilities, and everything. It's amazing. A lot of young people. And you can see here, it's the morning. See the morning sun still right there, low in the sky. That part going down the hill, that part going down goes to the Bosphorus right there. 5 minutes from here is the Bosphorus. Yes, I moved very close to the Bosphorus right now. Andrea, yes, long time no see. I saw your post on Instagram. Happy everything is sorted out now. I see you're feeling better too. Yeah. I'm feeling better, but not 100%. I'm still feeling very, like, I'm feeling out of sorts. I'm looking out of sorts even, hair looks weird. My face looks weird. Everything just looks and feels weird right now. Even my voice is weird. Yeah, you can hear my voice is still like stuffy. I still have phlegm, I'm still coughing. I'm not, honestly, I should be, of course later on I'll be putting on a mask if I have to go near to people, but here in the park, since it's pretty much big open air and nobody near me, then I'm not wearing my mask. But otherwise, later on, I definitely have to wear my mask. But actually I really love to wear mask during winter anyways, because mask warms your face, protects your face, so either way I wear masks during winter anyways, Andrea, but you still have your energy and good vibes. Thank you. Oh, here we go, more dog walkers. I really love this. Is one of my favorite dogs, by the way, a beagle. One of my favorite. It's not a regular looking beagle, yeah. Not very regular looking beagle, but I would say beagle nonetheless. Oh, it's getting very cold. Right, this morning, this is a 4 degrees Celsius morning. Yeah, and last night it was storming all night. And right now, if you look at the sky, it looks like it's still gonna rain. That's a street dog. Street dogs hang out in the parks all the time as well. And there's a street dog's house. This street dog's getting too close to that street dog's house, and he's not too happy about it. Doing grrrr. That's a street dog, That's a street dog with a house made by the community. Oh, the rain. Oh, it's not raining. It's snowing. Is it snow or rain? It looks like snow. Oh, it's snowing. Is it rain or snow? Or is it sleet? Is it sleet or snow? Looks like snow. Looks like snow. Ooh. Looks like. either way, snow or rain or sleet, I better find somewhere indoors to hide. So that's been the short tour of Abbasağa Park, my neighborhood park. And going down to this cafe pub area. Look for a cafe to sit down in. Oh, I still look like crap. Huh? I just wonder how long for me to recover my usual. Oh, there's a nice vet here with a lot of cats. So, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Oh, it's really coming down. All night long it has been like woo and raining very heavily. Right now it's coming down again. Yep, that's my park and my house on top of that hill. My new apartment. I'm coming down on the left side of the hill, means the slightly less busy, slightly less bustling side of my neighborhood. Yeah. The really bustling side of my neighborhood is down the front, towards the Bosphorus. Hello guys! So nice everybody here. It's always so nice. And yeah, this is the main roads. I'll show you guys the main roads. Boom. And you come down, there's the Bosphorus right there. You see, just 5 minutes walk from my place, you see the Bosphorus already. And in the past, I used to have to walk at least 45 minutes to get to the Bosphorus. And this is, you see this whole area? Behind, like inside this area is over 200-300 cafes, pubs and clubs and stuff. The busiest, like Hongdae-like area of Istanbul. Here this is called Beşiktaş. Oh, it's really, the rain's really coming. Better get a cafe quickly. Oh, cafes all closed today. Wow, what's happening? Why is everything closed today? There's another cafe up the road. Let's take a look. That's the Bosphorus right behind me right now. It's crazy, yeah, so close. I get indoors. Oh, cold. So very cold. I guess it feels this cold because I'm still not fully recovered. Oh, it's still too early. I better walk down the street then. Well, you guys can see the Bosphorus from here, right there, Bosphorus. The gorgeous, beautiful Bosphorus streets. Definitely my #1 most favorite place in Istanbul. Oh, she's sneezing. Did you hear the sneeze? It's from this cat. Yeah, and for those of you who just joined me, I took a short tour, or 10-15 minutes short tour of my neighborhood park, the Abbasağa Parki. It's beginning to rain or snow, I can't tell. So I'm on the way to look for a cafe to hide in so that we can have a nice chit chat. As you can see, I'm not feeling on top of my game yet. I wonder how long it takes for me to recover my 100% power again. Okay, like right now I'm always short of breath. Like if I talk too much, I feel like my lung is bursting, like I don't have enough air. Yeah, it's like, oh. See this area here? This area around the Bosphorus is pretty much the liveliest area in the Europe side of Istanbul. So if you come to Istanbul 100%, I recommend to, hello, merhaba. I recommend to stay here in this area, you know, the Besiktas area. Oh, we have a comfy cafe or a coffee cafe. Nice name. Let's dig in here and continue our chit chat. Coffee cafe. Let's check it out. Oh, entering cafes and stuff, you need to be wearing mask. After that, when you get seated down, then you can take it off. I'm gonna get indoors. It's really, I feel really cold. Maybe it's not really that cold, but maybe because I still don't feel that well. So, well, you can see the Maiden Tower from here. You guys know what the Maiden Tower is? There, that lighthouse. That lighthouse out at sea. You see that lighthouse? That's the Maiden Tower. Very famous here in Istanbul. You can take a boat out to it also. Okay. Wow. Quite a selection. Very standard selection. Cookies and all that stuff. I'm gonna have my usual stuff. Merhaba. Hello. Very friendly people in this area, Besiktas area, love it. Bu chocolate cookie ve americano.
Hangi boy?
Huh?
Hangi boy?
Oh, that's too hard. Çok zor. Hangi boy? Çok zor. Anlamadım.
Big size?
Büyük. Evet. Big size. I ordered. Büyük is big size. I look like crap today. Shit. Of course, I pretty much look like crap lately. So, oh well, what the hell.
95.
Okay. Temasız.
Okay.
Temasız means one tap payment. Gotta get it. Yes. Beep. And the payment is done. Coffee cafe. It's a very interesting word. They say the second F is like an E without the bottom. Yeah. So I think that this is so well designed. This coffee, this word itself is the logo. You know, so well designed. I wonder who designed this. Such amazing design. Using the word itself, becoming a logo like this. Such a good design. Burada ya? Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna get this seat by the window. This is really cold. I really love to do this outside, but it's very cold. Very cold. It's not. This is no joke. This probably like. It's like 3 to 4 degrees Celsius right now, but with the wind and stuff, it actually feels a lot more like 0 degrees. Keşke ederim. And here it is. I really look like crap. You know, this is what happens when you... My favorite combo. Chocolate chip cookie and coffee. Andrea, do you know any effective traditional remedies for cold? No? Not just for cold, no, like I don't do any form of remedies or medication or anything. Even you know, like I was down in case you know, right, I've dealt with COVID for the past 1+ week, right? And all I had during the worst time of my COVID, during the first 4 days, which was the worst, I had nothing but water, no medication, not even heating. I had nothing but water. Yeah. In the end of the day, you don't really need remedies. Your body will overcome. Wow, nice hot coffee in this cold winter. This is the feeling I like in four-season countries. Oh, I really look like crap. I look like I've aged at least 10 years through this whole COVID mess. Oh, if you ask me, the only traditional remedy I do for cold, right? Or rather just sore throat, just the sore throat part. It's just salt water. That's all I do. I just drink salt water. And during those 4 days, I didn't even have salt at home. No, I did. I drank soya sauce. I put a lot of soya sauce, mix it with water, and just drank it for the sore throat. It kind of just relieves it, but it doesn't cure it. And for those of you that join me, welcome. Today we just took a tour of my neighbourhood park, the Abbasağa Parki. And because it's starting to rain and snow, so I came to another cafe in my area, the Coffee Cafe. Just 5 minutes walk from the Bosphorus, duck in, and yeah, here I am. Very quiet morning. Nobody in the cafe. I'm the only customer in the cafe right now. I own this whole cafe right now. And I came across a very cool book a few days ago. It's about seat baths, and it appears they are very effective. I haven't tried though. I don't know, I'm too lazy for all this kind of thing. When I get sick, I just sleep a lot and I get well. Every time I sleep, I wake up, I feel a little bit better. Every time I sleep and wake up, I feel a little bit better. Including COVID. Every time I sleep, I wake up, I feel a little bit better. So to me, it's just water and sleep. I don't do any fanciful things. I don't even go to a doctor. But you can see my eyes are completely hollow out. Yeah, you see, hollow eyes from malnutrition throughout this period. It's very severe.
Ondan sonra devamlı düğüne takılır. Mesela diğer birkaç sözleri de. Düğüne altından kriz kaldı bağımsız düzenle. O da geri vermez. Annesi vermezsen o da takar kalır.
I still only have like 50% of my taste. I can't taste this 100%. I only taste a very slight tinge of sweet, very slight tinge of the smell. I think I still have only like 30% of my smell and taste. Good morning, Astro Boy. Welcome back. Today, I did a tour of my neighbourhood park until it started to rain and snow. So, if you want to check out my neighbourhood park, the Abbasağa Parki, do check out the first 15 minutes of this live stream after we're done, okay? Because starting to rain and snow, I came to this coffee cafe. Dig in, grab a coffee, and just chit chat. As you guys can see, I still look like crap. I'm not 100% yet. Yeah. Astro Boy. Good afternoon, Astro Boy from Singapore. Korean wife, both works in tech. Oh, your wife don't happen to be working for Samsung, does she?
Abla topla eşyalarını ben senin şimdi biletini alıyorum, tamam mı? Sonra da ne yapayım seni götüreceksin. Abi sen kimsin? Sen kimsin? Sen kimsin? Sen kimsin?
Astro Boy, no, but sister-in-law used to. Oh, okay, I see. Interesting. A lot of Koreans working in Singapore now. Not just that. Actually, right now, Korean Singaporeans are already second or third generations already. A lot of people don't know when they see this face in Singapore, they automatically say Chinese. No. Singapore is there's no such thing as a Singapore race. In fact, this kind of face don't even belong in the first place to that part of the world. Yeah? So, Chinese, Koreans, and Japanese have settled in Singapore for as long as you can tell, but nobody talks about it, and everybody goes through the same education, and therefore it's all mixed up right now, you know. Perhaps nobody even cares. Fun fact, we use the Samsung wedding package. Oh, but you know, if you can do the Samsung wedding package, you make your mother-in-law very, very happy. Well, you know, Korea is that kind of a society. It's a brand and label society. So if your wedding has anything to do with Samsung, every little slightest thing to do with Samsung, your mother-in-law will be so proud, be talking stories. But I don't mean to go as far as to say the MC uses a Samsung phone, and that doesn't count. Oh, the sun is coming out again. This is very weird weather today. It was raining and snowing, and suddenly it stopped, and suddenly right now the sun is out again. See, just 5 minutes down that way is the Bosphorus Strait. So slowly, bit by bit, I'm showing you guys my neighborhood, yeah. And my neighborhood includes the Bosphorus Straits right now. It's just amazing. Oh, the beautiful mosque there. There's a lot of mosques in this area as well. That's why when it comes to the Nazam time, you hear like orchestra, like, all comes like different angles, like surround sound orchestra. Astro Boy, I agree. It's all blended. My daughters are Singaporeans but speak Korean to mom. Yeah, exactly. No, that's why when I was since young, my mom always told me one thing. Since young, my mom always told me, you are just Singaporean. Do not ask and do not seek your ancestry. You are just a Singaporean. That's all. That's what my mom has been telling me since I was very little, and all throughout my life. And of course, later on, I discovered why she said all that stuff. I don't want to go into the complex and very tragic history of my family line. Me and my brother, we're kind of like the last of my family line. Yeah. Of course, we're not the last of my family line, but we're the last of my family line in Singapore. Of course, I'm talking about my father line. Yeah, my mother line is very strong. My mother line is from southern China, very strong. But I think the most important thing is we need the government or the people of Singapore needs to come to a point of really building on the idea that you are Singaporeans and nothing else. Just like Americans are just Americans. They don't talk about themselves. Like sometimes when they talk about their ancestry, they do. But in their heart, they're just American. And when you talk about Americans, you look at all of them the same, Americans, yeah? Singaporeans have to come to this point as well. They should not be a Chinese Singapore, a Malay Singapore, or whatever the Singapore. Singapore is a hodgepodge of all the different races, which we call Singaporean. Okay, so I am deeply against the Chinese Singaporean image that is becoming very popular in the world. It's very unhealthy and it promotes all the wrong values and the wrong things. If you go to China like I did, you will understand at last how non-Chinese you really are. You're not Chinese. You're nothing Chinese. Nothing you do is Chinese. Not even what you do during Chinese New Year, that ridiculous 2 orange thing. Nobody does it in China. No. You know? Astro Boy, we did a 23andMe genetics test 10 years ago. Oh, okay, you did a genetics test. Oh, okay, what's the results? I worked in China for 6 years and the Astro Boy, you're starting to sound like my evil twin brother, like we are almost exactly the same. We work extended periods in China. We're born in Singapore, work extended periods in China, and our wives are both Korean. So we're like too similar. But you work in tech, yeah? You work in tech and I'm a trader. That's the only difference. So if you're also a trader, then more mind blown. Yeah, I think this ridiculous racial Singapore thing has to stop. Singapore is a multiracial society. If you really want to talk about the racial identity of Singapore, it can only be Malay. Singapore is part of the Malay archipelago. People who look like this have never any business to be in that part of the world. If you really want to crunch the ethnicity of what is supposed to be Singapore, it can only be Malay. We should all be speaking Melayu. It's our national language. Okay? But how many of us can speak Melayu? I think the whole idea is so completely derailed right now. In a way, I think it sounds bad, yeah? But we're as much invaders to Singapore as the British were 200 years ago. Okay? We don't belong to that place. So I think we need to come to a point where we understand that even we did not belong on the island nation. We were all immigrants to that island nation, and so stop behaving like the boss, Stop treating Malays as minorities, Malays were the owners of that island. Come on, I got to say it, play, like 20 years around the world gave me the super ability to look at history as it is. No personal emotions, no personal agenda. But what is? This is what is, Astro Boy, wait till you see me in person. Damn, we even look alike, Astro Boy. Hamdram from Singapore. Hamdram, I haven't seen you for such a long time. Today is episode 88. What episode 88. For those of you who just joined me, good morning. It's a very beautiful morning here in Istanbul. Very cold, 4 degrees Celsius morning. And for the first 15 minutes of this live stream, I show you guys my neighborhood park, the Abbasağa Park. And it started to rain and snow, so I came into a cafe. Grab a coffee like I always do and start chit chat. But this is my new neighborhood in Istanbul. This is the main road leading down to the Bosphorus. The Bosphorus is just like 5 minutes from here. I just walk 5 minutes, I reach the Bosphorus.
Ya sen
Wow, that seemed wonderfully incredible. What's wonderfully incredible? Okay, let me show you guys how near we are from the Bosphorus Straits. Okay, I just walked out of this cafe here, and then boom, there's the Bosphorus right there. You guys can see? That's the the Maiden Tower. That's the Maiden Tower. Very famous. If you don't know what's the Maiden Tower, just Google. Okay. You see, I just walked 5 minutes to my home to a cafe here, and already I can see the Bosphorus. In my previous home in Nishantashi, I had to walk 45 minutes just to see the Bosphorus. That's why I pretty much come to the. This is why I pretty much come to the Bosphorus only once a month, you know, before. But now, now that I'm so close to the Bosphorus, I'm pretty much at the Bosphorus every single day, you know, now. My seat. Humdrum. Nice outfit today. Korean style. Oppa, Hanguk style. Boom. 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 Lao Bushiu. Humdrum seems cold, be careful. Oh yeah, very cold. -4 degrees Celsius today. See, this is how the young Turkish people look like these days. Yeah, the face of young Turkey. My deepest apologies. Oh, the apologies coming again. What are you apologizing for again? Andrea, he brought the jacket in Istanbul. Yeah, well, Andrea knows everything. Yeah, I bought this jacket in Istanbul. I came to Istanbul with no winter jacket. Yeah. That goes to show, no, I never planned to be in Istanbul. I never planned to be here. I didn't have any winter wear with me. Yeah. I had to buy everything. I bought this here in Istanbul. I bought everything. This t-shirt I bought in Istanbul. This hoodie I bought in Istanbul. This jacket I bought in Istanbul. Everything I'm wearing right now I bought in Istanbul. Only thing I brought was this. This pants I brought. But everything else I bought in Istanbul. The face of young Turkish people. You know, a lot of people don't know what Turkish people look like. Yeah, this is the face of young Turkish people. Merhaba. This is what Turkish people look like. Okay, a lot of people have no idea what Turkish people look like. Yuta Home Loan. Hi Yuta. Hi. I'll be able to catch a few minutes of this live stream. Oh, anyway, Yuta, today I showed you guys in the first 15 minutes of this live stream the Abbasağa Park, my new neighborhood park. So you can rewatch and see what the park is all about. And I'm gonna this is right now my favorite park. I'm gonna be streaming a lot from this park. But it's starting to snow and rain. You see, it's starting again. You can see the gloomy thing come. So I came to this cafe, grab my coffee, and then start to do my chit chat. Okay, welcome back, Wita. Andrea, have you been to the bazaar? Oh, I stay away from places like bazaars. I don't like anywhere that's crowded. I don't go to crowded places. That's why in all 3 years, I spent 3 New Years in New York City, and I've never been to the Times Square countdown. I just don't like, and I never even been to the Macy's parade. Yeah, I lived in New York for three Thanksgiving, and I've never been to the Macy's parade. I just don't like anywhere that's crowded. So no, I've never been to the bazaars. I've never been to the Grand Bazaar, and I don't intend to. I don't go anywhere crowded. Astro Boy, would you visit Cappadocia and Izmir as you recover? Not unless Limbu wants to. If Limbu comes and she wants to visit, I will. But on my agenda is 100% I will be visiting Ankara, the capital. 100% I need to visit the capital at some time. Everything else to me is optional. I'm not quite curious about tourist places, yeah? You know, like Cappadocia and Izmir, even Bursa. I'm just not into that kind of places. But If Limbu wants to visit and she comes and she wants to visit, I will. Yeah. I just pretty much need a reason to do certain things. You know, if my friend wants to bring me, I will go. If something happens that to make me go there, I will go. But if you ask if I would go on my own accord, I pretty much go nowhere on my own accord. Utah home loan, cool. Stanley, good morning. Good morning, Stanley. Good morning. 안녕하세요. Stanley from Burma, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. For those of you who just joined me, welcome. In the first 15 minutes of this live stream, I show you guys my new neighborhood park, the Abbasağa Park. I showed you guys my new neighborhood, a small part of my new neighborhood. My new neighborhood is huge. Astro Boy knows that. Astro Boy has been to my part of Istanbul before, and because it started to rain and snow. As you can see right now, it's still gloomy and looking like raining and snow. So I came to the cafe. This new cafe. You guys have never seen me in this cafe before. So you guys are gonna see me in very new locations. Okay, this is kind of like a part 2, you know, like season 2 of my live chat. You know, season 1 is all about Nishantashir. Season 2 will be all about the Besiktas area. Okay, so this is season 2. We're doing season 2. My hair really looks like crap. I think I destroyed my hair cutting my fringe. My fringe needs to be here, but I cut it a little bit too much here, and now it looks like crap. Andrea, I hate crowded places too, but I like a good bargain. I understand you. Oh, you're not gonna get a good bargain in Grand Bazaar. You want a good bargain on everything, you need to go into the deep neighborhoods. The deep neighborhoods away from tourists. If you go anywhere with tourists, you will never get a good bargain. Okay, never. If you go to a deep neighborhood or a real residential neighborhood area like mine, everything's a bargain. You never have to bargain anything. So, Utah home loan. What are your thoughts on cryptocurrency, both short and long term? As a financial professional, I do not see the financial and economic basis of cryptocurrencies, and therefore I would see it just as an economic and financial hype. Like the many of those that we've seen over the past few decades, it will come, it will go. Yeah. It has no economic basis, it's all hype based. The moment people lose interest and a new hype comes up, it will just melt away. Yeah. This is how I see it. I don't touch cryptos, by the way. I know about Bitcoins more than 15 years. 15 years ago, that was the first time I knew about Bitcoins. If I remember correctly, it was only $2. Everybody's telling me to buy, but I never bought and I never regretted. In fact, last year, April, I told all my friends to sell their Bitcoins. Half of them did. One of them even got their mom to sell, and they're happy. They sold at about close to $60, 60,000. And now those who didn't sell, some of them double up, and now they are in deep trouble. See, because why? Because all hype investments follow a certain graph. I just showed one of my friends here in Istanbul. I showed them a price chart and I asked them, what is this? Immediately they said, oh, this is Bitcoin's price chart. But no, it wasn't Bitcoin. It was just another hype investment behavior kind of a product. Okay, and it follows the same trend. It will always be and then never get back up there again. Yeah, that's how hypes behave. They've been around long enough, you see it really clear. Everybody calls me old-fashioned, everybody calls me old school, but I'm old school because I've seen it all, I've seen how these things come and go within 5-10 years, maybe, I think everything is gonna crash. Yeah. Like I predicted last year. Remember my live streams during the final week of 2021? I kept saying that 2022, I don't wish anyone a happy 2022. Why? I wish everyone be prepared for a very challenging 2022. Remember in my live stream, I kept saying be prepared for a very challenging 2022. And so far, my prediction has all come true. The stock market has been down ever since the first day of 2022 started. And today it's going to go down even further. It's going to break the bottom supports. Of course, I'm making money from this. Yeah, because I'm a volatility trader. Higher the volatility, the more money I make. And that's the only way. This is professional trading. I don't care about directions. I care about volatility. Hamdrum, Utah home law, I agree with you. Stanley, hello. Andrea, that's really nice and kind of you to share. I genuinely appreciate it. You know what? I'm gonna get myself another cookie. The cookie is actually really good. Oh, there's a lot of things to eat, you know, including donuts, cakes. And this is actually very Turkish, but I do see this in many countries as well. Oh, this looks like carrot cake. This looks good. The sandwiches. This I see in many countries, but very common here in Turkey as well. Oh, actually, maybe I should not have another cookie. Maybe I should try something else. Yeah. What do you guys think? What should I try? Maybe this looks pretty interesting. It's a Turkish traditional cake. Yeah. Maybe I should try this.
Mozaik pasta. Yeah.
Eat an apple. There's no apple here. There's no apple here, and I'm here. So I'm a very practical person. Yeah. Okay. I'm not like a stubborn, zealous kind of person when it comes to anything. You know, I make do with whatever I have always. Pardon? A mosaic pasta, beer Limpeh. I hope I didn't show my cup details to you guys. I'm going to be seeing her very often in this area. Yasha. Yeni Yasha. Buradaya. Yeni Yasha. I moved here.
Yeni taşındım.
Pushungum.
Taşındım.
Pushungum. Peshungum.
Taşındım.
Peshungum.
Taşındım.
Pushungum. That's my ad hoc Turkish lesson right there. It's very hard to get the pronunciation right, yeah? If you don't learn the language properly from its roots. Peshungum. Yeni Peshungum. I just moved here. You want an apple? Oh, it's actually a hard cake, you know. It feels more like a cookie than a cake. Very interesting. Let's see how it tastes. It definitely tastes like a cake. It's soft and fluffy. Very chocolatey, but not mousse. It's chocolate with cookies. Very delicious. I've never seen this cake outside of Turkey before. They call it mosaic pasta, maybe mosaic pasta. Yeah, mosaic exactly like the English word mosaic. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, my hair looks like crap. Oh, my poor hair, I destroyed it. Humdrum. Quick, light, healthy snack. I don't know if it's healthy or not. I really don't care. Right now, I just gobble up any trash calories I can get my hands on right now. You guys see, I still have hollow eyes, yeah? Hollow eyes from Mount through my COVID period over the past 1.5 weeks. So I really need to eat a lot, like anything. I just eat anything, just gobble up. Just like, you know, you watch in the movie Lucy, when she got her superpower, she just gobble up anything, any trash, just gobble up, because you just need the calories for your bodies to fight. Wow, this is very nice. And it's cheap here. And the prices here are like half the price of my previous area. Because my previous area is Nişantaşı. It's the Orchard Road of Istanbul, or the Manhattan of Istanbul. And this area, which is not Nişantaşı, everything is half the price. In Nişantaşı, this will cost you easily 40 lira. But here, this is 20 lira, 25 lira. Almost half the price. when you're not in the Nishanthashi area. The Nishanthashi area, everything, the prices of everything is just inflated. Young Turkish people. and usually in cafes, they like to sit like this, facing the street, and people watch at the same time. This is the face of young Turkish people, the future of Turkey. Take a look at what's outside. You can see the Bosphorus from here. You see, that's the Bosphorus, the blue. Oh no, there's the Bosphorus there, on top. You may be wondering, why is the Bosphorus higher than the road? Yeah, because this is a valley. This part is actually a valley. So from the Bosphorus, it goes down and comes up. So from our vantage point, the Bosphorus is higher than land. Very interesting. Astro bond. Wow, it's easy to convert between lira and lira and Singapore dollars is 1:10 right now. Yeah, 1:10. Or $2 Singapore dollars. This is very cheap. And Turkey has the cheapest Starbucks in the world right now. A venti Americano in Istanbul is only 17 lira. A venti Americano 17 lira means the biggest Americano this size is 17 lira. That is $1.70 or $1.60 Singapore dollars for a venti Americano Starbucks. The same venti Americano in New York is $5.20 US dollars. Okay, that's how cheap Turkey is right now. Best time to visit Turkey. And the good thing is Erdogan has managed to actually stabilize the lira. Not managed, but it's not under his control 100%. He's found a good spot for the lira at about $1 US dollars to 13.5 lira. So it's very stable right now. This is a level where people suffer a little bit, but not widespread, so there's no chaos in the streets, but still attractive enough for foreigners to start coming. So this is a time, if you want to prove Erdogan's strategy is correct, this is a time for you guys to come to Istanbul and spend a lot of money. Yeah? Astro boy, do you miss char kway teow sometimes? No, I lost that a long time ago. I left Singapore so long ago. I kind of miss Singapore food only during the first 2 to 5 years of being away from Singapore. After that, I don't care anymore. In fact, I miss Korean food more than Singapore food. Oh, I miss my kimchi jjigae here. You can't get real kimchi jjigae here because there's just no pork. I miss my wife Kerang Lali. Oh, I miss my wife Tong Kranteng. I miss my kuchi. Yeah. If you ask me what I miss this. I miss my home kimchi. Yeah. Astro boy, I asked wifey if can visit Turkey. Yeah, come. A lot of Koreans here, even in my neighborhood. I see whole families of Koreans in the Bosphorus Strait all the time. Right now, a lot of Koreans are coming. A lot. And it's cheap. It's so cheap to come, and there's no restriction. There's no COVID restriction. No quarantine. Cheap, no quarantine, free life, no lockdown. This is the best place to be. It has been the best place to be in the world since the pandemic started, to be honest. Astro boy, yeah, jjigae is a must. Yeah. Oh, I miss my jjigae. Really. All kinds of jjigae. Sundubu jjigae. Oh, I miss my sundubu jjigae. If you ask me, between char kway teow and sundubu jjigae, right now what I will give my soul for, I'll give my soul for sundubu jjigae. Utah home loan. No lockdowns in Turkey? No. No lockdowns. No restrictions. Everybody's eating indoors. It doesn't look like it only because right now it's a Tuesday morning and everybody's either at work or at school. Otherwise, this whole place would be packed usually. Whenever I pass by this place, it was always packed. And there's no mask restriction either, except for very specific places. If you wear a mask if you want to, if you don't want to, you don't. Even between these two friends here, this guy's wearing mask, this guy isn't. Yeah, it's all personal choice here. You take your personal responsibility, and to me, this should always have been the case. Personal health is a personal responsibility. You should not have to make a law for it. Yeah, mask is optional. Is wearing mask? It's not. Some people wear masks, some people don't. Most of the time I don't. It's just personal responsibility and personal choice. It should always have been like this. This is the most liberal country in the world. See, if you want to know if a country is liberal or not, it's not by the slogans they say. You want to know if your country is liberal or not, look at what they do during this pandemic. Are you respecting personal liberty, or are they trying to force rules down your neck? That shows the truth about whether your country is liberal or not. You may talk about liberty all day long, but when it comes to COVID, they're making you have COVID passports. They are making you take the vaccine, otherwise you cannot go to restaurants. They are making it a law to have to wear the mask in public places and things like that. To me, that's not liberty. To me, that's not personal liberty. To me, that shows the reality of such countries. Meaning what? Such countries, right? When it comes to the crunch, there goes your liberty. They talk about liberty only when things are peaceful. When things go, when it comes to the crunch, all these countries, you will not have liberty. Liberty is just an illusion that they are giving you during peacetime. If you're living one such country, I don't want to put up names that you through your own experience, you know if you are in one such country. But Turkey is not one such country. Turkey, I feel, the personal liberty here is just amazing. And here in Turkey, of course you get COVID vaccine for free, but if you get COVID, you get to go to the hospital, get treated for free as well. Yes, hospital treatment for COVID is free here. Yeah. So they're allowing you not to wear masks. They're allowing you to take care of yourself. And if you really do get it, they treat you for free. Now this is a liberal country. Oh, interesting, right? Amazing, yeah? You don't even need an insurance to get treated for COVID. That's why over the past 1 week, my landlord has been telling me, why don't you go to the hospital, it's free. I said, no, I just don't like hospitals. Free or not, it's not about the money. For me, I just don't do doctors. That's me. I don't do doctors unless I'm in ICU. I don't do doctors. But that's why he told me, like, it's free, why don't you go? Yeah. Yes. Oh, but Astro, I'm a resident. I hold a resident visa. Yeah, so if you are fully non-resident, I'm not sure, but I'm resident. I could do it for free. I took all my vaccines here for free as well. Utah home loan. To me, COVID has shown which countries have been corrupted. Yeah, COVID shows the reality. Behind all the fanciful slogan that all these countries have been doing, this pandemic shows the truth about all these countries. I really love it. I like it. I like that right now the fake thing is being ripped apart, you know. Oh, suddenly the sun shining again. Look at it. Just now it was snowing and raining, and now suddenly shine again. Oh, very modern looking Ajuma. Looks like a Korean Ajuma. Beautiful sunshine by the Bosphorus. Yeah, so much fake things have been ripped apart, including fake ideas, fake policies, fake slogans. All the fakeries are being torn apart in this pandemic. I really like to see. I really like what I'm seeing around the world right now. Of course, I don't see too much. I just see enough to know what's going on. You know? I don't get absorbed into the story, but I like it that the story is being ripped apart. And we just, in the end of the day, we just have to understand and accept humanity as it is, you know. That humans behave and work in certain ways under certain conditions. When everything is peaceful, you can have all your big talks. When everything is peaceful, you can be the most morally high priest in the world. But when it comes down to the crunch, that's when it counts. And that's what we want to see. What people do in the crunch. And this is exactly how you tell. This is exactly how you assess the character of people. Not what they do for you when things are good, but when shit hits the fans, how they deal with those things. That tells you the character of the person. More than all the things they do for you or otherwise during peaceful, happy times, you know. It is the crunch that shows the character. And when did I learn this? I learned this in the military. I learned this in 7 years in the military, that always it comes, we need to put people through the crunch to see the true character. Then we choose them for officer school, or we choose them for special ops, you know. We don't choose these people to become officers or specialists or special operations based on what their passion during peacetime. No. We choose based on how they behave when shit hits the fans, and we watch. Yes, I was an officer, so I do assess and put people in these places. And I watch what they do when shit hits the fans. That's what it counts. Nothing they say during the interview counts. Nothing, all the expiration, no, none of those. Those are all bullshit. When it comes to the crunch, they all behave differently. Yeah. Namaskaram, Kamal. Namaskaram. Thanks for coming back. And for those of you who just joined me, in the first 15 minutes of this live stream, I showed you guys my new neighborhood park, the Abbasağa Park, and show you guys how close to the Bosphorus I am here. And because it started to rain, so I came to a cafe, grabbed a coffee. This cafe, a lot of young Turkish people, And yeah, so if you're curious about my neighborhood park and that short walk down the neighborhood park to this area, here, the main road area, do check out the first 15 minutes of this video after I'm done, alright? Andrea, I had to stay in the hospital for 3 months some time ago, and all that they have done was to try things on me and see if they work or not. But this is something I could do. Yeah, exactly. And that is why the only time I've ever been in hospital was when I was actually pretty much in a coma and was sent to ICU. You know, that's the only time I was in the hospital. Even when I was racing motorcycles and cars, and I got into nasty accidents. Even in those accidents, I never went to the hospital. I was bleeding all over, blood all over my boots, and I just went home and sleep. You know. Sleep. To me, sleep is the greatest cure. Sleep cures everything for me. From external injuries to disease, everything, I just have to sleep. Sometimes when I get it really bad, I sleep like 40 hours straight, and then I wake up fresh, you know. I just have to sleep. That's all I do. Karma, very true. Very true what? Utah Home Loan, you speak the truth. I wish I could stay up, but I need to go to bed. Thanks a lot for checking in, Utah. Thanks for the discussion and conversation. You brought the conversation out of me, so thank you.
Sağ olun.
Take a look at. See, this part of Istanbul is a very young part, because right there is actually a university, a major university. So actually, this whole area is like Hongdae area. It's like the university school area. So a lot of young people, a lot of cafes, like easily twice or thrice the number of cafes in the Nishantashi area, which I used to live in. See, on the streets, all young people. But in the Nishantashi area, very few. During the daytime, you don't get a lot young people passing through because it's a shopping area and there was no schools, and therefore very little business for young people to be in that area during the day. I don't even dare to cough loudly out here. Okay. So let's see, any more discussion? If there's no discussion, then I'll end for today. Try to keep it in an hour because talking too long is very strenuous to me right now. Still hurts my lungs. So if there's no other discussions, thank you guys all for joining me once again. Astro Boy, thanks for coming in once again. All my regular crew and Andrea have been with me this 4 hours straight. Thanks a lot, Andrea. And Kamal just joined me from Barata. Yeah. Yep, if there's nothing else, take care and see you guys tomorrow, 10:30 AM Turkey time, where I show you guys yet another part of my neighborhood. Such a good neighborhood. Curious? Stay tuned tomorrow. I'm Neil.